That's all we descendants enjoy. Quote, none of these rules are just rules just because I said so. I regularly talk to my girls about how visually stimulated guys are. I point out sexualization in the mall and in the media. I'm just imagining, him, taking his kids around the mall and being like, "Yep, that's sexualization right there." Like, imagine, just going out to the mall, you're gonna have some fun here with my friends. You walk past the store, and whoops, someone wears. In his example, I'm not making any claims here. Someone wears some leggings, and he just stands there and says, "Hey, you see that person in the leggings? Let's all open up our Bibles and have a lecture here, people." Like, what are you people doing? What? I mean, it's just so funny. It's so funny. These people. I don't imagine the brains on these people. I really can't. They're in a different world to me. Imagine you walking through the mall and just like, that's all. Have a lesson here today, kids, about the sexualization of the mall. Right here, right in front of the others. You see that person over there? The plugged-in reviewers writing down every single cuss word in the movie. Which is really funny when they have to go like to all the R-rated movies, and it's just horrible. I saw one movie; it had like 112 cuss words, and they were listing them out by like 70 F words, 28 words, 10 S words. I'm like, goodness gracious! I mean, focus. Just say don't watch it, okay? Like, I mean, come on. And it's really funny because they say that the movie reviewers have to watch the entire movie, so these people get to watch the movie, but you can't. And they even have a segment on the website. It's like, why do they get to watch it? We can't. Well, people have to go, 2 by 2 with a paper or something like that, and blah blah blah. They have a special notepad, something. I mean, which means implicitly they don't think it's a sin. I mean, like it'd be like testing out some assassination or motive for hire service. We just got to test it out. Make sure the person's really dead. I mean, that would always be a sin. But apparently it's not a sin because they can sit there and do it themselves. I mean, it's not like they're going out to like some illicit website and viewing the content and be like, oh well, this is how illicit it is. Let's put out a website post about that. No, that'd be wrong. And that's mostly wrong. Almost all circumstances. That's of course what for like FBI and NSA trying to find some subliminal messages or criminal investigator working with that kind of stuff. But with that kind of with this message, honestly, I don't know what they're thinking. I really like this way of thinking too because it spurs on so many good things: youth church, evangelism. So many fun events, camps. Things I would like to experience someday, and I'm not against this at all. I'm not against plugging. I like plugging. Plugging's great. I always like the radio segments that came on KSVJ. And I like this blog. I like this book. Like, I'm not against any of this at all. I just think some of it's funny. But look, I think evangelicalism is the best because if this is the quote unquote worst that they have and it's just funny, you're sitting around, sitting at the mall yapping about modesty or whatever, be at it. If you want to sit around and count the amount of F words in a movie, have at it. Because if that's the price that we have to pay to have all this great culture, camps, the churches, the youth groups, the fun, I'm all for it. That's what makes us, truly.